So we looked at a normal scenario, which is non-technical scenario of waiting. Now let's move on to a dev test scenario and understand why Jenkins will wait for something, and who is it waiting for, and what does it do when the trigger happens. So in agile development, what we do, a product owner, he specs out a new feature for the sprint. He kind of puts the specifications that what feature has to be developed. So this is where the story begins for any new sprint in our agile development. Developer implements the new feature and commits the changes. So developer will write the code for the new feature, and he will push his changes, commit his changes to the version control system the team might be using. It may be SVN, it may be GitHub, it may be TFS. So a lot of version control systems are there where all developers commit their changes, their code, so that one build can be triggered for the common set of changes or the common piece of code. Then what happens? So here, till here, product owner would have spec'd out the new feature for the sprint. He writes the specifications and then he gets into the waiting mode. He's waiting for developer to kind of implement the feature so that he knows that code is completed. Then when the new build comes out, test team waits for the deployment. So developer has committed the changes, and now developer is waiting for the test results. So developer says, okay, I made some code changes, I have implemented the feature. Now it's test team's turn to tell me whether my changes are correct or not, whether all the scenarios, automated scenarios, are working fine or not. Now test team is waiting for the build to come out. Once the build comes out, test team schedules the test and prepares the report. Now once the test team schedules the test team is also waiting for the test to complete, so that after the test complete they can prepare a test report. And once the report is generated, this report is shared with product owner, developers, and all the stakeholders of the project. So everywhere, if we see, all the people here are waiting. So, and once the report becomes green, all the tests that we run, if all the tests are passing, then everyone moves on to the next sprint. So this is a typical agile development cycle of sprints. Now two things to kind of summarize from previous slide and this slide is, previous slide was signified that people wait, they wait for a trigger, and on trigger they take some action. Here we talked about product owner is waiting, developer is waiting, tester is waiting, and other stakeholders are also waiting, so that we wind up one sprint and we move on to the next sprint.